funny. I'm realizing I missed out on this one.
In a world with a lot of Hugh Jackman Wolverine movies and also a lot of Westerners versus the Yakuza movies.
Viggo Mortensen. Which one is that? Oh, American
Only
Yakuza.
one of them
I've never
has
seen
a
it.
heart-sucking robotic spider implanted by a snake lady that powers a grandpa in a mech suit. That's different enough, right? Shall we forward the $20 million to your usual account, Mr. Jackman? The Wolverine.
The
You
usual.
know, the one in Japan.
The good
James
one
Mangold
after the bad
directed
one.
the best sandwich work of De Niro's career.
Listen, I need to do this for
Listen to
myself.
me, you deaf. I offered you a chance to be a cop, and you blew it.
Fox scooped
Never
him up
seen
to salvage
Copland.
their Wolvie spin-off franchise, which was off to such a bad start, we can still pull up any random clip of it for an easy laugh.
Did you just call me
Easy laugh.
Blob?
See? Hugh Jackman is back to his signature role,
Oh my God.
making all of his signature grunts.
Yep. I like when they have the little shots of him in the ADR room, the sound room, doing the extra, ADR for these movies. It's always fun. They did it for Deadpool and Wolverine again too, similar to how they did it for Logan, which that one was great. But it's just funny to see how he does it.
As he's taken on a whirlwind tour of Japan's most ancient and powerful Hollywood tropes, Ritual Seppuku.
Looking like I don't want to do that.
clans,
Ninja.
legendary katanas,
This sword is hundreds of years old.
all from the POV of a tourist who couldn't flip through a guidebook on the way over.
Chopsticks upright are a bad omen. It resembles incense at a funeral. This isn't right. You need this tied like a proper samurai.
Japanese sword require two hands.
After being forced to kill Jean Grey in X3, The Last Stand. Another one we can play any clip of for a cheap laugh.
Oh, but that's the part that's not laughable.
See? Logan is retired
What, just
from
the faces?
violence.
You're not a hunter, are you?
Not anymore. It's not who I am anymore, you understand?
Unless you hurt a bear, in which case, open season. He spends his time getting hammered in the woods while sleeping through more dream layers than Inception.
Eternity can be a curse.
Interesting offer.
But when he's called to
She's
save the
just super
Japanese
chill.
man he spent the summer with in a hole playing with each other's swords, he'll fly to Tokyo for
Why you
a
gotta say it like that?
once-in-a-lifetime offer. Death.
I can end your eternity.
right.
Make you immortal.
An honorable death, an end to your pain.
I'm not ready to die now, but you are.
You know I'm giving you the very death you longed for.
You know, it's poignant looking back on this, knowing that the character, the actor, and the audience will never let his Wolverine die and move on. Let the man eat carbs and sing show tunes. Hand the claws to an angry manlet already.
Oh my God.
Watch Logan go up against some of the middest villains
definitely not
yet,
him, though.
like waves of Yakuza NPCs straight out of the game franchise.
Yakuza. All
A
bloodless too.
businessman who's earned his black belt in crushingly personal insults.
Time for you to go back to your cave. You are a toy doll. A companion for a child who has outgrown you.
And a very literal snake lady. Is it weird that no matter how far she takes the snakeisms, I'm still attracted to her?
Very literal.
Hear me out. But when Wolverine loses his healing powers, ooh, tough way to find out. He'll
Jeez,
still save
right?
the day the only way he knows how. Bloodlessly slashing at people just
Bloodless.
off screen.
Bloodlessly. That's right. See?
Only to ensure those sweet PG-13 dollars. Let the snick sound do all the work.
Oh my God. That's right.
Or sometimes a door, as long as you can't see any red stuff. Joining him is Mariko,
Oh my God.
an heiress who doesn't want his help, but he's not taking no for an answer.
I'm fine. I can make my way from here. I told you I don't need your help.
Look, you want to be left alone?
Yes.
I understand.
Do you?
At the risk of reigniting age gap discourse, Plus, there's Yukio, a swordmaster who ran so that Katana could one
Oh,
day
God.
just stand there awkwardly.
Awkwardly.
Just think of me as your bodyguard.
She's got my back.
So take a relaxing dip into a slower-paced, more character-driven X-Men adventure
Tired.
that took Wolverine out of his element, allowing us to view him from a new perspective.
Yo.
Until the third act, where he fights a mecha samurai and recommits to a life of superhero stuff.
What kind of monster are you? The Wolverine.
I mean, come on, what's he gonna do? Die on some hill after proving he's managed to hold on to his core humanity? You can't end a movie like that.
We're on the front lines, keeping you healthy, keeping you safe.
There you go, Bolivar Trask. He made the Sentinels. Woo! Starring. You can't spell Hugh without HGH. Tokyo Hilton.
Okay.
Death BCC's her. Gross Dad. Way of the Samurai.
Okay.
Poison Slimy. Arch Nemesis. Elon Husk. Tonight, I dine on Wolverine soup. Guy Jean Grey. And.
Okay.
Whew, I thought you were a man for a second. Logan.
Where was that one from? Logan.
What are you?
A chemist, nihilist, capitalist, a mutation.
Couldn't come up with one more ist word? You're doing so well.
You were right there, right there. Look, it's the best of the two at the time. X-Men Origins Wolverine and then The Wolverine. You thought I was going to say it was the best of the three, huh? You thought so. I know you did. I know you thought so. No, Logan's the best. It might be one of the best X-Men movies, period. But Logan is the best. I guess now that Deadpool and Wolverine, like Deadpool and like they're both really in the MCU now, is that considered still an X-Men movie, or that's not considered an X-Men movie? Like Deadpool 1 and 2 are considered X-Men movies, right? Yeah, because the X-Men show up a couple times in both movies. So this one now is like Deadpool Wolverine is not an X-Men movie, right? Or is it the first? Even though they haven't really fully gone that route yet. That's the plan. But we've got Miss Marvel, we've got, Wolverine now is in there. Deadpool's now in the MCU. And there's a few others that have shown up in the She-Hulk series. I think I'm missing one other. When I think about that, it's like Deadpool Wolverine, kind of the first X-Men movie in the MCU, right? Does it count? It kind of. Still, the Wolverine was actually really good considering X-Men Origins Wolverine, while fun in most spots, it's a bad movie. The Wolverine was definitely a course correction in the right direction. And Logan continued that, and that's the better of all of them. So I like the Wolverine. It's cool. Even though it's PG-13, should have still been R. I think there was a whole thing about it trying to be at one point, and they kind of scaled back. I might be thinking of something else, but I'm glad they went the R route with Logan because it was fantastic. It's a really, really great movie. Still, it holds up very well. It's not that it's that old, but it really holds up very well. Your thoughts, though, on the Wolverine, and also just give me your ranking. Where you rank it? I go Logan, the Wolverine, X-Men Origins Wolverine. That's kind of the way that I go. But if you were to kind of include some other X-Men movies, because a lot of the X-Men movies are just Wolverine movies, so I'd probably go Logan, X2 X-Men United, Days of Future Past, X-Men, then the Wolverine, X-Men The Last Stand, then X-Men Origins Wolverine. So there we go. That's my ranking. Now check out the pitch meeting. It's my original reaction to the pitch meeting. So obviously I got to put that in there. There's a verses after all. But in the comments, let me know your ranking of the X-Men movies as far as Wolverine's involvement. Not all of them, just the Wolverine-esque movies. Where would you rank them? And let me know in the comments below. But thanks for watching. Check out this pitch meeting. As always, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.
So you have a Wolverine movie for me?
Yes, sir, I do. So we're gonna meet Wolverine back when he was a prisoner of war in Nagasaki in 1945.
Okay, I can see where this is going, and it sounds a little insensitive.
I don't know the meaning of the word.
It means not sensitive.
Oh, right, that makes sense, and that is a good way to describe it, I guess.
So what happens to Logan?
Well, he saves this guy Yoshida from the atomic bomb using a metal door and his body.
Wow, Wolverine must look messed up after that.
Yeah, he's gonna look like a sun-dried tomato's been doing CrossFit and is seeing some pretty good results.
Oh, a super fit tomato.
Anyway, then he's gonna wake up in bed with Jean Grey.
Oh, so they're together now? Isn't she dead?
She is. So then Wolverine wakes up again.
Oh, a dream within a dream. You got me.
Yeah, you idiot. You thought he was done dreaming, but he's not.
My concept of reality's been shattered and I don't know how to feel anymore.
Great. So Jean is gonna be like this sexy ghost-like character that's haunting Wolverine for the whole movie.
Oh, attractive ghosts are tight.
Yeah, and so then this girl Yukio shows up and wants to talk to him.
And what's her deal? Does she have powers?
Yeah, she's able to sometimes dream how people are gonna die, but in very ambiguous ways that leave it open to interpretation.
Okay.
I made foreshadowing into a character.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Anyway, so she tells Wolverine that he's gotta come with her to Japan because that guy from Nagasaki is dying and he wants to say thanks.
Oh, but I guess Wolverine doesn't remember him, huh?
No, he remembers.
What about all that stuff we keep doing about him having memory loss?
Oh, you mean that thing where we keep driving home the fact that he doesn't remember his past?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing, so it's not anymore.
Oh, okay. Remembering stuff is hard.
Yeah, I hate doing that. So anyway, then he goes to Japan.
Okay.
And Yoshida is like, good news, we can transfer your powers to me, so I'll be immortal and you'll be mortal and you'll die eventually.
Oh, yeah, I guess at this point in Wolverine's life, that would be a nice relief.
Yeah, but Wolverine's like, no, 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 when he goes to sleep.
Oh, okay.
And then he wakes up and there's this mutant with her tongue in his mouth.
Oh my god, who is she?
Well, she dresses in green and she walks around all seductively and there's poison in her mouth.
I thought Poison Ivy was a DC character.
She is. This is Viper. Oh, yeah, she's practically not Poison Ivy.
Well, okay then.
Anyway, so then Wolverine finds out that Yoshida is dead.
Yoshida dies after going on a whole thing about immortality.
Yep, he's dead.
No, he's not.
Uh-huh, yeah, you know, he didn't make it and he died, and so now he's a dead person.
No, he's not a dead person. He's an alive person.
Okay, he's not dead, but maybe if we pretend like it's not super obvious, a couple of people will be surprised.
I don't think anyone's gonna fall for that, but okay.
So anyway, then some bad guys are trying to kill Yoshida's granddaughter, Mariko. So Wolverine has to protect her.
Why does he have to do that?
Because.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they're gonna take a bullet train together, and Wolverine's gonna have to fight some guys on top of it.
Oh, what's that gonna be like?
It's gonna be like I failed physics class.
That's probably gonna make it better, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. Also, Wolverine's gonna get shot a bunch of times.
Oh, well, that's not really a problem for him.
Well, we're gonna find out that that Viper lady messed with his powers, so now he takes damage.
Oh man, it's gonna be hard for him to get through the movie if he can get hurt.
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it mostly just means that sometimes he's gonna wince in pain.
That is a very minor inconvenience.
So anyway, Wolverine and Mariko head to just outside Nagasaki to hide out.
Okay.
And they talk for a little bit, but then it starts to rain and their clothes get all wet.
Oh, so they make love.
What? No, they don't.
Yep, they do. I'm sorry. It's movie law.
What do you mean?
If two characters get caught in the rain, that scene needs to be immediately followed by a kiss or a love scene.
Well, what happens if I just have them dry off and get changed?
You'll be executed.
Oh my god, well, I guess they make love then, despite there being no real chemistry there.
Oh, very romantic and very law-abiding.
I think she's gonna get kidnapped.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so Wolverine has to go save her and fight a bunch of ninjas and bad guys.
Wow.
And that Viper lady's gonna get shot in the heart with an arrow.
Oh, so she dies?
No, she takes the arrow out and sheds her skin, so she's fine.
What?
Yeah, it's just like a viper, you know? You stab them in the heart and then they shed their skin and they're totally fine.
I don't think that's a thing. Where did you hear that?
A crazy guy shouted it at me on the subway.
Oh, okay, as long as there's a source.
Anyway, so then she dies for real like a minute later. Oh, and there's gonna be somebody inside this big silver samurai armor and Wolverine's gonna have to fight them.
Very exciting.
And it turns out that Yoshida is alive and he's inside the armor.
Yeah, I know.
Ah, damn it. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, he tries to steal Wolverine's healing powers.
So Yoshida's plan was to lure Wolverine over to this place so he can weaken him and steal his powers?
Yeah, pretty evil, right?
But didn't they already have him, like at the beginning of the movie?
What do you mean?
Why'd they go through all that extra trouble of faking a death and luring him to a new place when they had him? He was sleeping, he was poisoned.
Well, if they did all that then the movie would have been over in like 10 minutes.
Oh, that's too short for a movie.
Yeah, so we gotta go with this, you know, unnecessarily complicated plan.
Can't have a 10-minute movie.
Anyway, so then he throws Yoshida off a cliff.
Well, great.
And so that's about it.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, thank you very much, and I think it'd be really great if we make this thing R-rated.
Oh, no way.
Oh, why not?
Well, I mean, if you have an R-rated superhero movie, you alienate the younger audience.
Oh, so it wouldn't make any money?
Exactly. There's just no way that could be successful. I'm sorry.